How about now? Can you hear us now? Toby?
Is Toby frozen now too?
Toby's frozen.
Am I? I see you guys,
Oh, okay. All right. Hey.
and I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
All right, we're live
Oh,
on a
oh, that's
Wednesday night.
awkward.
Yeah, we're learning.
Yeah. Things are happening.
Sounds
Hold
like
on.
a kid in the background.
Yeah, my kid's talking to me.
All right.
Okay. We actually already have 2 people on. Well, we had 2 people on the Instagram live.
It says we have 3 on YouTube. So
Oh, cool. Okay.
So people,
we got the peoples. The peoples are here.
Nice.
Toby, what's been going on in your week? Anything exciting besides getting ran over by a toddler?
yeah. Todd, you don't have kids, do you, Rob? You don't. Are you very good at guessing ages?
What is a toddler? I don't even know what a toddler's age is.
Well, I don't know,
Under
but
3?
it's certainly
Under 3.
2.
I think.
Yeah, 3.
Oh.
I feel like I would say 3 is fair, but anything 2 and under.
So,
Yeah.
like, you have a middle schooler crawling on you?
I do have a minute. I'm getting. Yeah, I just wanted you to understand that she weighs more than a toddler, so it hurts more than you think. Night.
Good night. Go brush your teeth.
Go brush. She's brushing her teeth. She's
See?
doing her duties. The week, whatever. I don't remember. I don't know what I was doing. I know I was losing at bowling an hour ago, but other than that, I don't know what I've been up to.
Yeah.
It was a holiday weekend.
Was a holiday weekend.
Sure.
What holiday was it? Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah.
Anyone labor?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does
What do
that
we
count?
celebrate on Labor Day?
Napping, according to Jim.
Okay.
I took the kids and the dog to the park.
Jim nailed it out of the park as far as the
Labor Day
napping goes.
tradition.
Park?
I don't know. Barbecued. I grilled out.
What did you grill? You don't even eat meat.
I know. Beyond Burgers, dude.
I don't know. I mean, good for you. Oh, it says can't hear me. Can you hear me now, Chris? Oh, no.
Who? Oh,
Oh.
somebody can't hear you?
No.
Can't hear Rob. Still?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
How do I get that power? Chris, share with me how I can block Rob out.
Can you hear anybody else? Oh, it says low volume, though. Weird.
Well, I would just say, I don't know, turn up your damn volume.
Is that the official
That's how I would diagnose that and then also resolve it.
Vince is saying he can hear you just fine. So
Okay, well maybe I
But
don't
Vince
know.
has super hearing, if I remember correctly.
he does have superpowers. Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris Johnson's saying that there's some audio issues. I apologize. I don't know how this works.
But
But
Chris
we do have a
Johnson
guest. We have a
has
guest
the
waiting.
opposite of superpowers.
It's
So-
not Chris Johnson as a guest. So, but if Chris wants to hop on, maybe he can hear better. But let's introduce our guest. I've known him for 100 years at this point. Like
That's just
everyone else.
how every intro to your guest goes. You understand that, right? Oh, I've known this dude for all my life.
Well, why don't you provide some people or have some friends? Is again. But we've got Jay Hollick here.
There he is.
I don't want friends.
Well, you got Jay Hollick. He's a friend.
I don't want him as a friend. I didn't sign up for that. Oh, hey Jay, welcome to the show.
Whoa.
Coming in
Not
hot
me as
with
a friend.
No.
I know.
Jay's a
Toby-
colleague and it just stays it's staying
Just
just
on
in
the
the work
level.
zone. We're work buddies. That's it. Not even buddies. We're
Hey,
colleagues and that's it. I'm
Ouch.
not going any further.
That's fair.
Man.
That's fair.
dang,
Yeah.
Toby's just going in.
People don't know Jay. Let's let them decide. They'll be on my side once they get to hear from him.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're putting it up to a contest. Do people like Jay?
Yeah,
if
my
you
best-
if you like Jay or you don't like Jay, say it in the comments.
Yes, please. If you don't like Jay, say so many things in the comments. Do I know how to comment? Can I comment on our podcast?
Do you know where the podcast is?
No, I'm on it right now though, so I feel like I'll just say live comments about how I don't like Jay.
Okay. Jay, tell us about yourself.
Look at him.
Make
Look
the
at him
people
right now.
like you.
He left.
He just left.
Jay just like went away.
Oh no.
I'm just
Jay
going.
died. He's like so
Oh,
This is
out.
great. It's a great
Like-
start.
If I want to get this kind of abuse, I'd stay home, which I believe you're probably home right now, Jay. Am I correct?
Jay, tell us about yourself. Tell us where you're from. Talk about that state that.
I think he's frozen.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
there he is.
You moved a little.
Did I freeze?
You did
froze.
freeze, but you did take
Do I need to I can move.
I don't know. You can tell me. You tell me.
I don't know. That was the best version of you I've ever experienced. So let's see if it happens again.
Damn, Toby. Why are you just coming
I
in
think
so hot
it probably
tonight?
will. Maybe I should move.
Maybe
Jay
you
brings
should,
it out
Jay.
of me. Jay brings it out of me. Look at him. He's like a little teddy bear. I can't help myself.
I know. He's cuddly.
I know. It's like the bully. It's the bully in me just comes out. Jay brings it out.
Dang. Jay's just
That's
like
rough.
the nicest guy ever. And you're just like coming in like, fuck you.
I know. I know.
Yeah. Could we highlight Vince's comment?
Oh, what's that?
What's Vince say? Oh, hey, yeah, hey.
Oh, somebody
Hey,
likes
Vince.
you. Okay.
That was
Look
my
at
old
that.
boss. Yeah. I
Oh,
worked
Vince
for-
was your boss. That's right. At the museum.
Yeah, Cam. Yeah. That was a while ago. Uh-oh. Where'd Rob go?
Isn't he running the show? Isn't that? Did we just lose the captain? I don't know what to do now. I'm completely thrown off. Jimothy,
figured
look
I
to your
was-
right. Is he there? What's happening?
I'm
Is
back.
this my internet? No, we can't hear you.
No, that was me.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna try to find a way to blame me though, so don't worry about it.
It's because I was looking at Toby.
See, I told you.
No, I don't know how it happened. I think I was trying to just like look at the comments, but you know what? I'm too stupid for that. Is really
So-
what
How do you find the comments? Oh, there's the comments.
on like yeah, you can see them right there.
So Jay, we have 2 listeners. You're one of them.
Yeah.
So
No, Jay
now that
is-
you're on the
Jay's
show,
on the podcast.
yeah,
No,
right.
You
So
mean
Jay,
like permanently? Yeah.
Long time
Jay-
listener,
right.
caller.
Tell
practiced
people, tell our other listener about yourself.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Jay, what do you do in
The,
your
the
life?
listener
Tell
that
us all
actually I
about it.
work for.
But Chris Johnson's on too. So you never met Chris.
And Kilgore, we have like 3 or 4 listeners. All right, I might be underselling it by a couple numbers.
Yeah, and Shelby might be on tonight.
And
See, we got friends all over. People don't listen live.
Shelby.
People listen to this podcast at all different times,
Sure,
at their convenience, in bathrooms, in airplanes.
as everyone should. You should be
Probably
definitely
prison
on a
cells.
toilet, when listening to
In
this
a prison.
podcast. That's what I would recommend.
In a prison.
In a prison, on a toilet,
Prison
in
toilet.
front of your cellmate, listening to this podcast.
So prison toilets. How do we feel about prison wine, Jay? What's your thoughts on prison wine, Toby?
He's frozen. I don't know a lot about prison wine, but I guess my thoughts are a port
Would
in
you
any
drink it?
storm. A storm
Would you-
in any port.
Would you drink the wine?
I mean, how long have I been in prison?
No. You're just like visiting, and someone's like handing you.
Oh,
a
then no.
toilet glass.
No,
You know,
because I'll come home to
Shelby-
real drinks.
Shelby was just telling me that he painted a prison earlier. Just earlier today, he was telling me that when he was a painter, he painted a prison.
When was
Like,
he a painter?
wait, hold on. Are you saying,
Before-
are we talking about artistic painting or a painter as in
like
he
a
paints
house
with-
painter,
house
yes.
painter,
latex.
But no, it was like a resin paint. He was saying, and he was saying that he worked with a bunch of crackheads.
Is it a resin paint because you need to be able to wash it down easily with the poop?
I think so. Yeah, let's say yes.
Okay.
Also, is this his way of telling you he's been in
Been
prison?
in
and
prison.
he couldn't admit it.
Is that his legal disclosure?
Yeah, I think he
Is it-
tried to just legally tell
Like,
you he was
so
in prison
Like you're
without it.
technically his boss, so like he
Right,
let
exactly.
his boss know that he had been to
Yes,
prison.
right. I'm with you,
Well-
Rob. I think he found a loophole.
You know, I
Good for
think-
him.
I think he's in the chat. I think that's him, the Legend 27.
Oh, hey, Legend 27. So, prison. Have you been there?
Also,
wanna know.
is Jay back?
Jay is back, but I think Jay's just gonna sit here drinking because
think I'm
he's
back.
worried
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna
the
try to
internet's
log
gonna
on.
come. Yeah, cheers to you two. I've got a big gulp. The extra
Jay's-
large big
That's a
gulp.
nice. That's a nice. He's got a nice little beer cup there with the. Oh, what's he doing? I like to. Let's just guess what Jay's thinking about right now.
We can't
I'm
actually
logging
talk
on
to
to
Jay.
the other. I'm
No,
gonna
he's-
move.
See, okay, so he's
gonna
actually on
move.
his. Oh, he's getting on his phone, which is against the rules here.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jay? You're breaking
Yeah.
the one rule that this podcast has.
Long-time listener. What?
Yeah, but he's actually. Hold on, he's texting his mom. Good night.
No, he's on.
Oh
there-
my God! 2 J's. I can't do it.
Oh, that's not
I'm
good.
out. I'm out.
All right.
Turn
Can you hear me?
turn your phone the other way.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Am I
turn your
here?
phone.
All right, I'm back. I could be gone.
Rotate, Jay. Rotate.
Whoa.
Horizontal.
All right.
There's some fun stuff happening in the chat. I don't know if you want to highlight that, but here's to painting prisons. That we'll have to have Shelby on so he can tell us all about painting
Prison
prisons
painting.
someday.
Jay, can you rotate your phone?
Painting prisons.
Oh,
Isn't
like
it? It's
this?
just gray. There's no painting. I call
There you go.
BS also. It's just gray. It's cement. There's no painting a prison.
I've never been to a prison, so I can't tell you with all certainty. Jay just left again.
Yeah. Jay's a
Not
great
very good
guest. Jay's a great. I think Jay wins best guest overall.
I hope so. hope
He,
so.
You're definitely. Look. I came into this podcast hating your guts, and I have come
Now
a
you
long. I've come a long ways,
I hope
and now I
changed your
might.
mind.
I think you're the. I think I would have you back every week.
And
I
we-
hope
Now there's just a
so.
black screen with like a silhouette at times, like a
I hope this is the
mysteriously lidded
best.
figure out in the night. I think I hear crickets.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Jay's
no,
about
that's
to
a
get
quick-
murdered.
Jay-
We're gonna
yeah,
watch it
or
live.
murder somebody. I think you're. I don't know what side of the coin.
Either way, just make something
He's-
happen, Jay.
Look at him. That is somebody who's gonna go murder somebody.
Oh,
Yep.
he like
Yep,
walked
see?
outside thinking like I could go inside and be quiet and like won't
No, I'm-
disturb
I'm
my
sitting
wife and
outside. I'm
baby.
fully
And then I
sitting
went outside and then
He's
Toby
going
talked
outside.
shit, so he had to go back inside. Oh, now he's
going-
going
nope,
back
going
outside
back
to
out.
murder someone.
Yep.
What's funny is we've been live for a little over 13 minutes and nobody knows anything about Jay yet.
Right.
I
Right.
feel like
Other
most
than
of the
he
listeners.
works
And
for
I'm
Vince.
jealous.
Who I am.
I'm jealous of all of them.
Oh,
I
You
know.
don't anything.
I
You
know
too
too much about Jay. I know way more than I want to, and I know very little, and it's far more than I would ever wish on anyone.
All right, so I'm going to tell you what I know about Jay since Jay's wondering to murder someone.
Okay, we could all say what we know about Jay.
Okay.
Oh, let's just talk
Yeah.
about what we know about Jay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is great. Okay, go ahead, Rob.
He's from Washington State originally.
As am I.
Okay.
Um,
Born there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We're sure. Have we seen the birth certificate?
no, but
Okay.
I trust his mom. His mom's
Jimothy.
Dutch. She's
Jimothy, is he born in Washington State?
I believe so.
Okay, you're
But he was downriver from me. So
right.
oh, okay.
yeah.
All right, so we can't take that. All right.
Was he found on a river?
No,
Was he
not
found
murdered
on a river?
people.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
No. I said murdered people. I meant buried people. He was a barrier of
Oh,
bodies.
yes. Yeah, he worked in a cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice. Okay, that's convenient. Go on.
Vince says he's one of the best employees he's ever had.
Okay, Vince, how many people have worked for you?
Vince's judge of character, not so great.
Yeah,
What
we've had
else
him.
I got
We
for
know.
Jay. Jay's favorite band is Dockin. He's
Who?
really into docking. Docking.
I don't.
Docking.
Is
Doc-
it docking or docking?
Dry docking? What are we? He might.
I don't know.
He might be.
Um,
That's something we don't know yet.
I know if you get him drunk enough, he wants to race you on a foot race.
Foot race.
I had to stop him from race. Actually, I had to stop him from. I think it was
Jumping in
a
the
swimming
pond.
Drowning, right?
race from drowning.
Yeah.
I basically had to stop him from drowning.
Yeah.
Literally, Jay has walked from his studio to his house 3
3 or
times.
4 times.
Are you just pacing?
Oh, he-
Jay?
Yeah, he's not doing anything that makes any sense. I mean, we have seen him.
Calisthenics. He's
It's
getting some
circle.
exercise.
He's literally walking circles.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, hey Jay, you're here.
We were just talking about you.
Oh yeah, what a coincidence.
Apparently, I don't have lighting out here.
You got a little
It's
You
fine.
got a
We can
little
see you. We can see your witness protection.
ambient. Yeah,
That's
it's more than anyone needs to see.
Yeah.
great.
So Jay, fill in the blanks. What Jim and me and that guest Toby missed about you.
Yeah, I guess I grew up in Washington State, downriver from
Old
Wenatchee.
news.
And apparently it's
Which way did the
crappie side.
sockeye salmon swim? Upwards or downwards?
Both. They got to go to the ocean first,
That's
and then
fair.
they come back.
See,
Okay.
that was a
See,
trick
I learned
question. He
something new
passed.
today.
He passed.
That's how you know I'm from Washington. Yeah, I grew up in a town.
This is the
They're
best
talking
story
shit.
ever.
I'm trying to my best to shut up the
Vin-
haters.
Vince is trying.
What?
I will thank.
Who else is talking shit other than Toby?
I mean, it's all me. I sound like 3 or 4. It's enough hate to sound like a squad of hatred.
All right.
All right, Jay.
Well, anyway,
Tell the story,
so,
and you know how to
my
end it if you
biography,
need
you want
to.
the whole thing?
Yeah, let's
Like,
give it, man.
All right. Yeah. I grew up in Washington. I buried bodies in high school when I worked at a cemetery. That was fun.
Best high school job. Was that like in the yearbook? Like cool high school jobs. Jay Hollick plays
No,
with dead
I thought it
bodies.
would be, but it wasn't.
Most
That was a
likely.
cool job. Turns out that wasn't a cool job. So there's that. Yeah.
What's the
grew up
weirdest thing that ever happened to you with you in a body? You didn't really hang out with the body.
Because
You just
they
hung
were
out with
in
the-
caskets,
No.
right? You're just like putting them in the ground in a casket. It's not like he's
Yeah.
dumping them. Like they're in a box.
Did you
Well,
ever take one out of the box, Jay? Did you play with it? Did you try on its clothes?
Jay, did you
steal its
open the
jewelry?
box? What's in the
somebody
box,
did
Jay?
somebody did want to have their person like exhumed and taken with them because they were moving and they wanted to take their loved one with
I
them.
mean, that's fair. I feel
And I
like
was
if you
like, oh,
move.
that's crazy. I will bury people, but I will not like unbury
You're not picking them up and
Wait,
putting
did they
them in
come
the
to you,
passenger
like,
seat
on
for the
the
HOV lane?
Did they come to you on the side? Like,
No,
sounds
no,
like
it
they
was
came
like
to you like.
that was like a whole like
Oh, okay, they
my
were
boss was
officially
like,
trying to. I thought they just like approached you, like at the 7-Eleven, and they were like, "Hey, I know you could bury bodies, but how do you feel about digging up bodies?"
yeah, no, this was like an official thing. It wasn't like a hey, I got this person.
But
I
that seems
know.
like this is why you should just be cremated, people, because then if your body, like, just get cremated, let people carry you around, or just throw you into the wind.
Put
I'll
them in your pocket. Let's just put them in your pocket. That's what I'm going to do when you die.
make
Toby.
them.
I'm going to put a little bit of you in my pocket.
No, you don't get any of me. No, you don't even get me.
You, me and
You
your
don't
wife
even
have already had
deserve.
conversations.
You don't even deserve a speck.
Your wife and I have had lots of conversations
Sure,
about you dying.
Sure, you have. Okay. Well, what I guess then at this point, I mean, what can I do? She's the boss.
It's true.
So Jay, what's the tool of choice when you bury a body?
We used a backhoe, but I'd have to jump into the hole and level it out. So there was a shovel involved.
Level it out. Good job, buddy. Do you have a
So
leveler, or
great.
you just go by instinct?
Just instinct,
you
right?
You just
like run in
know.
there and like,
I didn't go with a level. You just know. You got a shovel and you just do it.
And
So
do
what
they
you're
really
telling me,
care?
there's a lot of bodies buried about a 35-degree angle is what I'm
angle.
really hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay
My
does
left,
not know.
my left leg is shorter than my right
Yeah,
leg. So
exactly.
It's a thing.
That's
It's just
fine.
different. Yeah. So yeah,
They're
the
dead.
more you know.
All right. So what did you do after that, Jay? Tell us your journey in life.
What did you study in college, Jay? What are you good at, Jay?
I don't know if I'm good at it, but I studied painting.
Okay. All right.
like
that
house
was-
painting, prison painting, prison.
Wait,
painting,
yeah,
it
did you
seems to
paint-
be,
Bringing it back.
Wait, I heard parts of the prison painting. What's the prison painting?
One of our newest listeners,
Yeah,
The guy that
Shelby.
the guy that we went on live video for.
Yeah, the guy who demanded that we have video, and who for the first time is on now,
Is he actually?
painted. Who knows?
Shouldn't he be at a doctor, like a hospital
He
or
should be
something?
at
Yeah.
I
He
heard
should
he's
be.
like
Actually,
on
I
his
advised him to
deathbed.
wait and to walk it off, but
Oh, no.
Did you
eventually
tell
he
him
should.
walk it off, but this podcast will help. It'll help you get through.
I didn't tell him that, but I do figure it has some sort of medicinal purposes.
You didn't tell him because you don't know where to send people to watch the podcast.
I do. I said talk to Jimothy.
It's another person.
Oh, is that
Oh.
CJ?
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
CJ's on. That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey.
Hello. Welcome to the podcast.
Okay, so Jay,
Jay.
we're talking about you studying painting.
Oh, I
Okay.
studied painting, and then
Yeah.
I went to work for a company that did no painting whatsoever. They did like large installation type stuff with fiberglass. So that was fun in Holland.
Like you were in.
Wait, where?
You worked for the Home Depot when you were installing
Yeah.
insulation in a house?
It's kind of like Home Depot, only they made like art things. So they would do
What
like
kind of things?
Jay, you're the best salesman ever.
Jay.
I know. I hear that all the time. They did like large installation pieces of like they did a thing called the bar rectum. It's called Atelier von Lieshout, and so they do all these different
Can you
projects.
mention maybe what country you were in?
I said Holland. The Netherlands.
Okay, because
Yeah,
right
So,
now
but
everybody thinks you're still in
She
the
just dropped
cemetery.
it that he just was in Holland now all of a
yeah,
sudden.
it was in the Netherlands. So like,
Maybe I was thinking of Hollis, Queens.
so there's a town Rotterdam, and they had like a pier, and so on the pier that was their shop, and they had like a warehouse, and so you got to make. They did like large installation pieces of like these kind of large body part type stuff. When I was there, they were working on this thing called Slave City, which is like taking recycling to its nth degree. Before that, they did like they created a free state where people could live. So yeah, it was different. Like they would do all sorts of different large installation pieces and things like that. A lot of fun.
Large installation.
Like what kind of
pieces.
large insulation? I think
yeah,
someone's
how-
taking a guess.
I just said a lot of penises. I did like
Okay.
weird sort of things like that. I
Wait,
think one of the projects that I worked on was because they did like industrial design type stuff. So I did like they wanted to make ugly chairs, but they were really nice, comfortable chairs made out of like metal, and like they would like put together all. Yeah, there was like a bar rectum. So we had like this giant bar that was in the shape of a rectum.
Oh, you're actually being serious.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. You can look it up. There's like a bikini
We can't.
bar.
That's the rule of the podcast,
Oh,
Jay.
yeah.
Everyone.
But
Later
the
we can.
listeners can look it up.
But-
so there's a
what?
there's a thing called the bikini bar, which is like this woman in a bikini
Jay, are
with
you
her
having an
legs cut
acid
off.
flashback? What is going
Yeah,
on?
Jay, none of
is
this
all
makes-
serious.
None of this makes sense what you're saying right now. I'm worried about your mental health. Also, how long did you live in Holland?
Like I'd been back and forth because my mom's Dutch, so we would go like every other year. So I still have family there.
Important question incoming.
Oh, the shape of the rectum. So is the mouth first, and then it transitions all the way. So you get like the esophagus and
okay.
everything, and then the bar was in the rectum, and then the butthole was like the end piece. So it was like from beginning
Wait, this
to
is
end.
like an actual drinking bar.
Yeah, you could go in and it's all made of fiberglass. It's like this constructed thing.
So you go through the digestive system. Is the stomach like the waiting room before you? Enter
No,
into
it's
the
not
bar?
that big. So like
Oh,
the
okay.
mouth was small, like the mouth and the butthole were small, but like the rectum
This-
part was where you got drinks.
Okay, my mind's blown away. I have no idea what's happening.
Hold
So,
on. I just
this
want to take a
fever
moment
dream-
here. I just want to take a moment and share with the world that technology has come so far that we can sit in our respective houses
Sure.
live on the internet to
Right?
talk about Jay's rectum fever dream bar.
Yeah.
This is an actual it's a art piece.
Okay,
What
guys,
is
what
what's
season
the
of Twin
bar
Peaks is this
called?
on?
What is this bar called?
It's called bar rectum. That's what it's called.
Is it
That's the
still
piece.
in business? If I fly to the Dutch land,
So it's not like it's like a thing that they would.
It's not real. It's in my
hold on.
mind.
No,
It's
a thing,
just in a
hold-
mansion for one
it's a
dude.
It's a thing that you would take, like, so like a festival, like a film festival or like a concert festival would be like, hey, we want this bar, and so they'd rent it out. Nice. They'd rent it out. I just saw the chat thing, and there'd be a truck. Basically, you could put it on a truck bed and move it to like that concert festival, and then people could go and get drinks at that bar.
Jay broke my brain. I'm done.
Okay.
I just am so confused.
A traveling rectum bar. That's Jay's claim to fame.
Claim to fame. All right, and Jay,
I didn't really. That's not my thing. Like, I didn't make it. I'm just saying that's a thing.
Well, yeah, you did.
You did.
You worked on it. You did make it.
No, I didn't. I didn't work on that. I worked on a.
Why? What? Then why are we talking about it?
Why are we talking about? Did you penetrate it or what?
No, I did like the what was it? There was a sex show thing that actually the Gorilla Girls were part of. Like, it was a whole thing.
Okay.
Like, I was like,
Don't
oh shit.
stop
Like,
name dropping some shit when you're talking about fucking rectum bars, and then you're like, oh wait, I didn't do anything with it. How am I supposed to know that you murdered these people and buried them at this point?
What?
Did you bury someone in the rectum?
No.
Okay.
What? No.
All right. So
This
you're
is
over
definitely
in
the most
Holland.
confusing podcast we've ever had, and that is.
I hope so. This is what I intended when I came in. I was just wanting to like confuse everybody. I feel like
you've done it.
Jay before the
so-
podcast just Googled, "What's an insane story?" Oh, this rectum bar. I'll just tell that, even though I have nothing to do with it.
Did
Well,
you get like
I mean-
the Temu version of Chat GPT and ask it for what should I talk about on a podcast?
Yeah, exactly. It's just a company that I worked for, and this is like the stuff that they made. I was just like expressing, like, these are things that they made. So like I made what was
But
it?
what
3
did
ugly
you
penis
do?
lamps. 3 ugly
Penis
penis
lamps.
lamps.
Penis lamps. 3
I
ugly.
made
So hold on, were the
Wait.
instructions like you come into work, like you had your fucking Pop-Tarts? By the way, Jay is a no frosting Pop-Tart guy. I just need to throw that out there because it's gross.
No frosting, really?
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, look at this.
You
Vincent's
like
got
them
my-
less now, right?
I mean, I go for brown sugar cinnamon if I
I
have a
mean-
choice.
But do you like him less because you know he's a no frosting guy?
No, it's weird, but that's fine. Whatever.
Jay, the nicest person, or excuse me, Jim, the nicest person in the world, can't go against Jay. But I know
Red
my
flag.
true friends like Chris Johnson will come in and say it's a fucking red flag because it is. I always worry about you because you're like, I want some Pop-Tarts. And then I'm like, what kind? And you're like, what are you're like strawberry?
Dude, I think I overdosed on strawberry. I like the cherry.
Cherry, okay.
Mm.
But
I
you're like
like-
cherry. But then he goes, but unfrosted. Don't give me the frosting. There's too much. Like the regulations, like the pattern. There's too much. Like there's blah blah.
What
blah,
about with toaster strudels?
blah. You got
What?
your blood's too rich for all us, Toby.
Toaster strudels. I grew up
You
with
I've never
Will
had
you
a
add your
toaster
own
strudel.
frosting and you
Never
can
had
do
it.
the? Oh well, you just
out of
That's a
here.
delicacy that
haven't-
I've never.
you haven't lived.
Never
You
seen.
haven't
here.
lived, my friend.
I grew up
Haven't
on
lived.
like what's the store brand Pop-Tarts. They were horrible.
So
Pop-Tarts,
maybe
that's
you
good.
only had a choice of no frosting. But now, when you are at the convenience mart and you're going to choose the frosting, or excuse me, the Pop-Tart, and they have the frosting, do you take that option?
Depends.
Jay, look at me. Look at me, Jay. Jay,
Why are
look
you
at
just
me.
Giving out wrong answers.
Look at me, Jay. Jay. Toaster strudels. You get your own packet of frosting. You can put on as much or as little as you want.
I
You
don't
are in
have-
control.
I don't have that money.
You are in
I can't-
control.
I can't
You
afford
still
that.
don't have toaster strudel money?
No.
Jay, you're
I'm not
making
in toaster
rectums
strudel money.
that you
No,
claim
he's
that
not
you didn't
making
actually make.
He's
No,
making
I'm
ugly
not.
ugly
Let's
penis.
clarify.
He's making penis lamps, talking about rectums, hoping that one day the penis lamp
he
will
reaches
insert itself
rectum.
into the rectum bar.
So Jay, let's. What happens after you're done making penis lamps? Let's bring you back to your
Oh
life
yeah,
here.
my biography.
Yeah.
I went to
My
grad school.
biography. It's not your biography. He's gone off script. He's already telling other people's biographies when he
You're
talks
like, you're
about
like the Hulk
rectum
Hogan
bars.
of fucking A&E biographies right
I feel
now.
like my biography is not. I had to insert other things. I had to be like, hey, this is what else happened.
It's just like his
Maybe
it's his resume. He just like throws in a couple jobs or two that, maybe he had, maybe he didn't have.
Oh,
No,
you too, like Brandon, our previous guest, you too were the regional manager of Blockbuster and Circuit City, and what other companies were you? The joke was, I don't know if you were even there, Toby. The joke was that we gave him all the jobs that people can't check up on, like Blockbuster Video and
I do remember that.
Circuit City, and there were some other ones that were funny
Jay,
at the time, but
I worked
Jay's
for
job
Big Five
in
once.
Holland. Good luck finding out. Yeah.
yeah, well, pick a country
Where
that
he
people can
was-
find on a map.
What
Because
was your
is it
job
Deutschland?
title?
Is
Were you
it-
just like
I think it was like studio assistant, but it was like a internship.
okay?
So
Not
Paid,
even a job
paid,
now.
unpaid, paid or unpaid?
it was paid.
Okay.
They didn't.
All right.
I was like, that was what 2007. So I don't know. I mean, like for a fine art thing, it was a cool experience. I was like, oh hey, this is great. I wasn't
Sounds like a
prepared
great
for.
experience if you
How-
would have made something.
He
Got
made a
to
penis
make a bunch
lamp.
of stuff.
How did you make the penis lamp? What's the process here? Is there some mold making happening? What's the process?
Oh,
Well,
is it a self? Is it like a selfie?
No, like basically, I just got like three dicks drawn, and they're like, sculpt these, and I'm like, okay, that sounds great.
Sculpt out of what? What do you in what scale?
Out of foam. And so
Okay.
then it was like a lamp type deal, so it was
Okay.
lamp size.
Is this like the leg lamp from Christmas Story? Is this like
Yeah,
fragile?
like that size.
Okay.
Oh,
That
so it's
sounds-
girthy.
Yeah, I mean some were like.
Well,
they're-
yeah. What do
they're
you
all
thought was like
different.
what size lamp are
Like a
you
pocket
thinking?
lamp.
It's a
I don't
lamp.
know.
Pocket
Like a
lamp.
pocket lamp.
Oh my god, this.
Okay. So you make penis lamps.
I did.
We're caught up to that.
Hold on.
I
This
did,
is
I did
still,
ugly furniture.
like
I hate-
15
I
years
hate that
ago,
I have
20
to-
years ago. We got a lot of ways to cover.
Yeah, we're 18 years ago at this point almost. So question. Did you actually make the lamps, or did someone else make the lamps and then you decided to like tell a story on a podcast and then you had to like say I made the
Thank
lamps?
you. That's a
No, I
valid
made the
question at
lamps.
this point.
I also did like I learned how to weld there. I was like, I kind of knew how to weld before, and they're like, hey, you kind of know how to weld. Work in the metal shop, and I was like, okay. So, kind of got my feet into
Is this
welding
company
there.
still in business?
Oh yeah, they still do stuff. I mean, like they were
Oh,
You didn't
They
burn
were-
them down.
big. No, I didn't burn the entire place down, which is lucky.
the entire
Yeah.
poor, a little bit, 20, 30%.
You know, whatever. They
Whatever.
were
Just the
interested. They
English
still
speaking
do.
side.
Huh?
Just the English speaking side you burned down.
Yeah, they all spoke English. I think everybody was from some other place, so they just spoke English to make things easier.
Cheap labor.
All right. And so
Bringing in Jay.
after you left the Holland, did you go back to Washington at this point?
Yeah, I worked for Big Five selling shoes for a while. So I went from doing one thing to doing the complete opposite.
Women's
Dana
shoes?
Carvey.
Were you the Al Bundy of Washington?
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty
Nice.
much. There you go.
All right.
And then
okay.
All right,
Then I went to grad
I'm
school.
giving you that. That's your
Oh,
new
grad
title.
school.
I need that to be your LinkedIn profile heading. The Al
Okay.
Bundy of Washington State.
yeah.
He
Sure.
said oh.
Does that upset you, Jim? Because you also from Washington State, or are you going to allow him to have
No,
it?
you can have that title. That's fine.
You don't want it?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
After I tell you this fun fact, Jim, maybe you're going to change your mind. Married with Children. Everyone remembers Married with Children.
Yes.
The main characters, the Bundys and the Rhodes. King Kong Bundy
Oh yeah.
and Dusty
yeah.
Rhodes. That's where the names came from.
Yep.
So, little wrestling fun fact for you
Ah,
guys.
that's cool. That's cool.
I don't know that Dana Carvey is way better than Al Bundy as a character, because Dana Carvey's not a character; he's an actual person. Al Bundy is a
I like that
character.
you're like, come on, leave Vince alone. Vince is at least interacting.
I know. Thank you, Vince. Thanks for everyone who like comes and watches these things live.
Yeah, this is fun. I like it that we have people that are actually, joining in the conversation.
Are you supposed to tell them something?
Oh yeah, like and subscribe.
What
I
are you
forgot.
supposed to do?
Yeah, hit the little bell and it'll notify you when we go
We're
live.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so Jay,
Jay.
you're the Al Bundy of Washington State,
Yes.
and then at
What-
some point you end up in Florida.
Yeah, so
That's
like
how it
everybody
goes.
from Washington State at that
Apparently,
point, I feel like
as Jimothy,
Mhm.
Jay, Rick Daley.
And it
Justin
makes
Martin.
sense. It's like a drain.
Justin
Florida's like the
Martin, yeah.
drain of the country, and so
Justin Martin was from
you would just
Montana.
pour out
He was in Washington though.
the
He was
funnel.
at Central. He went to Central.
Oh, well, shit. And then Justin Martin, shout out. Talked to him the other day.
Oh, cool.
And then I knew it because of Justin and also Donna, USF.
Shout out Donna.
Let me just point out these are all names that mean nothing to anybody, including
I
myself.
feel like that happens a lot here. Like
yeah,
people are
yeah.
just
Rob loves
throwing
to
out
throw out
names.
names like everybody who's listening is his best friend, which is
Eh,
why
you
we
know what?
only have 4 listeners who are his old best friends.
Look. Here's the goal of this podcast. Let's get to know everyone in the world. We've been trying to meet them. Let's talk
You're
to
just
them.
trying to unite the world one listener at a time.
I'm not pulling a Hulk Hogan and trying to unite the world by one racist beer at a time.
All right.
Let's just put that out there.
All right.
Not.
Yeah, but if anybody's listening and they're like, I think I'd like to be on this podcast. There's a link.
Oh, thank you. See,
can
Jimothy's
go
here
and-
for a reason
Yeah.
you
and
go
to
on
keep
that
things in
link.
order and to
Yeah.
also make sure that we survive.
But basically, you can sign up to be a guest, and there you go.
Then we
That
can talk
is-
to you and find out that you also were a serial killer from Washington State named Ted Bundy.
Who also didn't
Oh no,
work
we're
on
talking about
giant
Al Bundy.
rectums.
Sorry. Rick Daley is
Ted Bundy.
Ted
Al
Bundy.
Bundy.
Ted Bundy. You're Al Bundy.
Ted.
All right. So how'd you get to Florida? You got to Florida. What happened? You had mono.
What happened?
That's
What happened, buddy? What
Oh,
poor
I
life
forgot about
decision did you
that.
make? Did you
the
lose
first
a bet?
time I ever met.
Did you lose a bet?
I
Jay.
forgot about that.
He had the mono.
Yeah, I was super sick. So I went and
Oh.
visited. I went and visited the school. What was
What
that?
were
That
you,
was
like,
during
12?
art house.
Mm-hmm.
And like I ended up like having, I didn't know what it was. I was just tired all the time and just super sick. And I flew in and I'm just like, yeah, this school looks great, but I feel really tired. Like it's great visiting, but I was just like, I think I walked to like a health clinic off of like in Tampa, but it was on the other side of, what was that one road? It wasn't Bruce B. Downs, was it?
Fowler?
It was like a
Fowler, Fletcher.
No, it was the one that kind of like crossed those two.
Bruce B.
It was-
Downs.
I think it was Bruce B. Downs. Is that
Yeah.
the one?
Yeah.
So like I went to the
It's
health
just a
clinic
road
there.
name, Toby.
I like walked
Sounds
over
made up.
there. I was just like
I think it is.
in a fever. I was
Like
just
all road
totally. Yeah. That health clinic should have given me like the vibe for Tampa because that place was like crazy. I was just like, oh my god, this is nuts.
Crazy awesome.
Like a lot of toothless, one-armed.
Yeah, it was
He
Florida.
wasn't
all
on
the way.
Nebraska Avenue.
Maybe it was Nebraska. I
Nice
don't
try.
know.
Was it Nebraska?
That
Okay.
Jim used to live off Nebraska.
I did. Yeah.
They just gave me like antibiotics. They didn't even look at me. They're just like, here you go. I'm like, cool.
Nice.
Here's
Thanks.
a Z-Pack.
Nice.
You went to
You're
a
like, you got
clinic.
anything stronger? You got anything stronger back there while you're just handing
No.
things out?
I flew
You don't,
back.
you
and
don't go to a clinic for like actual medical care. You get something to keep you alive until you can go to an actual doctor.
I flew back and I just went straight to the emergency room. It was
Wow.
horrible. I was like, I couldn't swallow because my tonsils were super huge.
What?
Like they were like,
How
we're
did you
gonna have
even
to drain
fly?
these.
So was this
All right, I'm
2008
impressed.
art house?
2009.
It was 2009 art
Or no,
house.
2008.
Okay.
No, it was
Yeah. Okay.
2009, 2008, 2008.
Okay.
So
Somewhere around
I
Almost an 8.5.
went to USF to visit during Art House the year before, so 2007 Art House, and I had the flu when I went, and it sucked, but not nearly as bad as Jay. I just remember meeting Jay, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever see that guy again because he might die.
It
Like
was
that was an
rough.
actual thought because I was like DJing or something, and Jay was helping me move stuff.
Somebody gave me a beer, and I was like, I don't think I could drink this. I don't think I could do anything. It was rough. I was like, but I survived. We're good. I got over it. I think I took like
He walked it off.
so many
See? You
antibiotics
just gotta walk
and
it off.
stuff. Took so many like medications that my body like reacted to it, and I had like spots, and I like I had an allergic reaction to everything. I can't take certain things because of that. It's nuts.
So is that why you're sick all the time?
No, he has a child.
I have a
Yeah.
child. I have a toddler.
Also, look at him. Does he look like the?
Pinnacle of health is what
Thank
you
you.
wanted to say.
There was a lot of other things that went through my mind. But yeah. Does he look like a pinnacle of health? Sure.
I mean,
Okay.
in this light, yes, sure.
This
He could
is
be-
favorable light to you, Jay. If you could just have a
Just
cloud of
walk
darkness
around with
around
this
you,
all the time.
so nobody actually sees you in really good lighting, I think that'd be beneficial to you.
I'm going inside.
You can
No,
go
don't
in
do
your
it,
house
Jay.
when you want
Nobody's
to, right?
ready. Like
No,
ease
he's
us into it.
banned. He's not.
Oh my gosh, he's very pale white. He's very pale white. Oh, he
Turns
died.
up the light.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's
So-
inside in the dark. Oh, we got
This is the
some mood
Blair Witch
lighting.
Project here.
I know.
This is how you get
Jay-
viewers.
Yeah.
Live murder.
Yeah, somebody's gonna kill me.
Fuck it.
here.
We're
I
up
mean,
to
if we-
7
if-
people right now on YouTube.
If we
so-
get
That's impressive.
viewers based purely on them just trying to witness Jay's murders.
Shit on me for a few hours.
Wow.
I
Wow.
get this all the
Vince.
time. I'm so glad we're gonna go to Kansas City. That's so good.
I know Jay and I have a trip together.
That's
Jay
so
and I are
good.
going to travel together.
You're just gonna rip on him the whole time.
No.
I'm gonna be like, ugh.
Yeah, it's just
The
the two of us, and
3-hour
the whole time
drive.
it's nobody else is around too, and I'm just like, oh Jay, you're the worst.
And
Oh Jay, when will you die, Jay? Just do it now.
Oh my God.
So much
Put
work.
me out of my
God,
misery,
Toby.
Jay.
Wow.
Jay knows
Wait.
I love him. What?
Where did Rob go?
He likes to do this just for you. It's a special thing he does.
Oh,
I
it's so
don't
much
know what.
warmer.
Anytime I touch the
Don't touch things. Don't touch things.
I know. Me too.
So yeah, Jay and I have a trip coming up.
Good for you
Planes,
guys.
trains, and automobiles.
Good bonding. It'll be exactly.
But
Yep.
Jay, how long were
Am
you
I
in
John
Florida?
Candy or are you John Candy?
I kind of want to be John Candy, but
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, you could be John Candy. I feel
No.
like you probably fit the bill with John.
You could
Candy.
be John Candy. That's cool.
And I'm
I
more
don't
Steve
know.
Martin.
Whoever dies
Nah,
first
you be
gets
whoever
to be
you-
John Candy.
Is that okay? So it's up in the air. We'll find out which one of us comes back alive.
No, I
Oh,
feel
stay
like
tuned.
Do you smoke a pack of cigarettes every day?
I will
don't.
say I've
do I
traveled with
need
both
to?
of you several times.
I think John Candy.
Yeah,
No.
Jay doesn't just disappear.
sure.
That's a good point.
Boring.
I mean, I could. Just
Jay
disappear,
pretty
I
much
guess.
tells
Yeah,
you
I
where
feel
he's
like
gonna be
don't
and
underestimate what Jay can or can't do. He can disappear. We literally saw him disappear 2 or 3 times in this podcast.
Right?
Like
I mean,
he's
that
when. That is
perfectly
true.
capable
That is true.
of
I was there for a
disappearing
minute.
whenever he wants. He's a
So
grown
Jay,
man.
how long were you in Florida? Tell us about your. We're gonna get through your life story here. That's
It's
gonna
gonna be the
the
whole
goal.
entire
And we got like
episode.
15
Yeah.
minutes.
We can do it. We can
So
do
tell
it
us,
if we
shut
all buckle down. If we all buckle down.
So I was there for 5 years. Grad school
5?
for 3. Yeah, I was in Tampa for 5. So I met my wife there. Nicole, and so I stayed for an extra
I like that
couple
you were
years.
just like, can I say
Couple
her name?
years.
Is
Wait.
she gonna beat
Oh,
me
yeah.
up?
I don't think she listens to the podcast, so we're good.
Yeah, it's safe.
How do
It's
you
safe
know?
to assume.
Her and I talk all the time as well. She does listen.
She's avid listener. Yeah, so I stayed for another 2 years, but I'd come down to or come up, I guess, to Colorado and clean pools.
Geographically correct.
Wait.
So I would do like all sorts of, I mean, basically work in the summers here in Colorado and then go back to Florida for the winter. It was nice.
He's a migrant farm worker.
Why were you coming to Colorado back then?
I have family here, so.
Oh, you do have family here.
Yeah, I have like an uncle and an aunt. So
Alright.
Cousins.
2 cousins. Connor might be listening. Probably
And
not.
clean pools? Colorado's not known for pools. You clean like 4 pools?
No, like there's a ton of pools around here. Like all those ritzy
But they're only
neighborhoods
open
up
for like
north.
3 months.
I know
Yeah.
it's a bad idea, people.
Memorial to Labor Day, right? Like,
They
Get a hot
like,
tub.
yeah.
Get a hot tub.
They get like so much business within those 3 months that
Yeah.
they're good for like the rest of the year. So
Jay, you're
Yeah.
anti hot tub though, right?
yeah, no, I wouldn't use like a public hot tub. They're gross.
Yeah.
What about private hot tubs?
Go for it. As long as you like.
Do you know what
Put a
Jim
bunch of
does in his
chlorine
hot
in
tub?
What
it.
about hourly
I
rented
wouldn't
hot tub?
personally use Jim's hot tub. So there's that.
Just
You
kidding.
would or
I'm just-
wouldn't?
I'm just
You
talking
wouldn't?
crap. I don't know what's in Jim's hot tub. I mean,
I think
assume
Jim's silence. I think Jim's silence really says it all. Right
Jay's
there.
like,
I
I
feel
wouldn't
like-
risk it.
I learned how to take care of a hot tub. I think I do a very good job keeping it.
I believe it,
sanitized
Jimothy.
and all that.
That's not negating what he does or does not do in that hot tub. So there's that.
There's a lot of chemicals in there, Jay. You don't need to worry about it.
I mean,
I was the guy
like
that put the
bacteria
chemicals
can't
in
grow in hot
Yeah.
water, right? Like,
So you know how it
You're
works.
fine. You're fine.
That's science, Jay. Come on, Jay.
Sweet.
Bacteria doesn't fester in hot water.
No,
it kills
exactly.
it.
The
Exactly.
safest place. That's where you want to be.
That's
Back
where
in
you want it
COVID
to be.
times, you wanted to be place pools.
Everybody
that were
just
hot
jump
and
in.
not taken care
Just
of.
jump in. Just jump in the pool. Jump in the hot
Yeah.
tub. In the hot
Safest
water.
place on earth.
That's where I was getting my water. That's where I was using the bathroom when we didn't have
Yeah.
toilet paper. Just recycle,
Yeah.
All of it.
reuse,
Totally great.
recycle.
That's how it
I
works.
can't even believe I just said that. I'm sorry. That was too far. Anyway, so Jay did pools, and then what happened with your life? You finally decided to move out here?
Yep.
Out here, where's that?
Colorado. And
Oh yeah, okay. We actually
gr-
are all in the same state, the 4 of us. That's the first time.
yeah.
No. Have we ever had a guest from here?
From where?
From Colorado.
I don't
See?
know.
I know. This might be the first. See? Okay, so don't act like I'm an idiot for questioning.
I don't think you want to use his hot tub. I feel like we've
I think the
basically
hot tub's
concluded
fine.
that Jim is doing some questionable things in his hot tub.
No.
No, he'll be good. I think Vince should just bathe in it.
Jim is much like Willy Wonka as far as like, no, stop, don't do it.
No, it's fine. We're good.
All
Yeah,
right, so
oh,
hot
so
tub. You hot tubbed it.
Biography. So,
Hot tub time
yeah.
machined it to Colorado.
Yep. So I got hired on by Robb here, who was working over at RenCAD, and yeah, that's how I
Rest
came
is history.
to here.
And that's how we met.
Yeah.
And Jay, that's your life.
And then
Yeah.
downhill
that's
for
how
me.
Then I had a kid. That was the that. Was
Ah,
the
yeah,
newest
whatever.
one.
Kid. I don't know.
I got married, I guess, and then
I mean,
had
everybody has a
but-
kid. That's not really that noteworthy, Jay.
I don't.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
the smart one.
There you go. You don't
I'm
have
not
to
the Al
change.
Bundy of Washington State, though.
No, that's
That's me. We've
taken.
identified that.
Jay Hollick.
But yeah.
So Jay, you've been here what 10 years at this point?
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So
well, with the
are you
pool
officially a
stuff,
native at this point?
When does that
No,
actually kick
who's
in?
an
I was
Actually a
told 10
native.
years.
10 years makes you a
Or
native?
not native. You're from here. Excuse me, not native.
Yeah.
From here. So now
So-
you can say I'm from Colorado.
So Nicole and I had talked about that because we're like, at this point, we're so used to saying, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm from Washington, or Well, I'm
Right.
from Ohio or whatever. So now we're like, get to ask that question. We're like, I guess we say, oh, we're from Colorado. Because, like, I guess it's been long enough, but it's like, it feels weird still.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Russ and I talk about this a lot. I always say where you graduated high school, but that is a very like military thing to think about. You know, because like normal military moves like every 3 years. So like Russ went to like 4 different high schools or something. I never moved. You know, my father was military, but so I consider you're from Colorado. I'm from Colorado at this point. I've been here 12 years, ready to leave, but you know, not because of you guys.
Because of Jay. See? I'm not the only one.
I
I
mean,
love Jay.
damn.
His favorite band is Dokken.
Spell that.
Docking, right?
Maybe apostrophe.
I thought it was a Docken.
Yeah, that's where I was going. And
Oh.
also, what do you mean you thought it's your favorite band? I feel like you might know how to spell that.
I mean, it depends on in what language you're speaking, I guess.
I know him and Russ have a docking connection. They're like really.
Do they have a
integrated.
tried docking connection? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. You said it, not
I
me.
feel like Russ is Russ even listening?
Is Russ on here?
Maybe.
Where is Russ? Why hasn't Russ disrupted this thing? And if you, is he okay?
He's probably asleep.
Okay, well, good for him. That's what I would prefer to be doing right now.
I feel
So-
like the last time I met Russ, or the first time I met Russ, which is the last time I met Russ.
Just coincidentally, the first and last time.
Yeah, probably the last.
He was
Made me
sleeping?
feel
Is
really
that what you're going to tell us?
uncomfortable.
When you met him, he was just
No.
asleep?
No, I feel like I made him very uncomfortable. I was like, oh, he doesn't really talk much.
See, Russ, I need him here. I need someone to understand. Clearly, Vince is a fan of yours, which I question his judgment now. I don't understand at all.
We've got 9 viewers on the YouTube. I'm just saying.
We don't like to brag. Hey, Jay. We don't like
Jay,
to
I
brag
you've
around
got
here a
fans.
lot.
It's all about me.
Those are those are
Yeah.
for you.
Those
These
are
are
you.
for
Those are
me.
yours, buddy.
This
Yeah,
is your
you know,
what
we're
is
not
this? Your biggest group here?
It's
On the
I would,
live, yeah.
I
Yeah,
would.
So,
There you go.
So we have 9 people on here. Maybe everybody can say whether or not they like Jay or not now, because we
What-
started that out. But
No, that's
what
not
they
fair
like
because
about
I feel like a lot of people are going to feel like they have to.
Yeah, let's
Just
if
because of
anybody is
my
listening, can we give
attitude.
a thumbs
And
up or a thumbs
I
down
think
to
that
Jay as a person?
that's not fair because
Is
I
there
bet
a
if you
thumbs up
ask
and a
them
thumbs
in
down?
private,
There's not a- There's not a thumbs up or thumbs down, but they can write the
don't
words
have a
thumbs up,
or
thumbs down. They can
What
put an
kind of show is
emoji.
this?
They can.
yeah, because now they know who you are, and it's not just Toby
Right.
saying.
I feel
stuff.
like we all know really well now. I clearly in the last 53 minutes, we know you as well as your parents, as well as your wife. I mean,
hope
there's
so.
nothing more to know.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So
There-
they should
there
be
really
able to
isn't.
judge
We're good.
very accurately
yeah.
as to if they like you or not.
The best
I
part
feel
is we
like they
asked
should.
for interaction, and
And nobody. It's
Oh,
just
what do we got there?
the count went down.
Oh,
people jumped
And-
off.
oh,
They're like,
we're
my
getting
mom
emojis.
told
What
me.
is this? Is that a
Okay.
gift?
emojis.
We got
All
we
right.
got a heart.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
nice.
We got some cherries.
That's
Nice.
That's for the docking.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah.
I feel
docking
like that's
cherry,
a
but
Washington
definitely.
thing. What do you guys grow out there?
Apples.
Cherries.
Yeah,
And
it's
apples.
all
And then
apples.
we got a rock out,
All right.
and then we have
Wait, no, Shelby. Oh, all right. I was hoping. I thought we convinced Vince otherwise, but
From Washington.
and Christian's
this
here.
somebody-
So Christian is the reason we got back on the podcast. Toby, he was the one who pointed
What?
out our
our absence.
absence and our time. And he's from
Between-
he's from the Tri-Cities, Jay.
Oh,
really?
hey, yeah. Hey, I'm from
Oh,
Richland.
they're both
Yeah.
from the Tri-Cities.
grew
Well,
up
I
in
appreciate
Richland.
that somebody noticed how terrible we were at podcasting
So
and
we
do it in our
they're-
faces.
So which Tri-City is? Was it Chris?
Which-
Was that-
Christian.
Which city?
Christian.
I
Which
believe. What are the 3? It starts with an R.
Richland.
I think it's
Richland's kinda like
Richland,
in
but I
Pasco.
could be completely wrong. I'm pretty positive
I wa-
it's wet. Is there a West Richland?
Yep, there's a West Richland.
Now
Yep.
I'm going from like memory on the internet. that it's not my memory, it's someone else's. So, I mean, it's his life,
Yeah.
not mine. But I
mean,
feel
I
that
just
I'm
went to-
delivering okay information. He
I
lived
went
in
to Hanford
Miami,
High
in
School.
Florida for a long time.
Oh, those are two completely different places than Richland, Washington. Like,
And
whatever.
Miami is way different from
Tampa.
Tampa.
It is. Miami
Yeah.
sucks.
The last time I was in Miami, well, the last time was with you,
did you
Jim.
get,
Yeah.
didn't you get like your car was like impounded or something?
So I went with my friend Robb Evans. We were there and we talked to Vince. We hung out with Vince for a little bit. And after I saw Vince, went to go back and get our rental car and it was gone. So we go and we're like, where the fuck is the rental car? And Christian is
nice.
in West Richland for 12 years. So we go to get the rental
Might be
car.
back in December.
There you go. You guys can hang out, have a coffee or a Pilsner, not from Hulk Hogan. So we were like,
Apple
where the
juice.
hell's the car? I'm like, oh my God, the car must have been
Let's say we could go
either
to that
stolen
town.
or towed. And right there was a tow truck sign. So I was like, okay, let me call. I called. Yep, it was towed. Went and got a cab. Took the cab over there. Went to go pay the $450 to get the rental car back. And first of all, I did not park illegally or anything like that. At least under my impression. They don't take credit cards, so I go to the ATM.
What?
Had to get out $450, give it to him, blah, 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 blah. All right, so a couple parts to this story. On the taxi cab ride over, the cab driver's like, hey, have you seen that South Beach towing show? I'm like, no. He's like, well, it's a reality show, and this is the place that got your car. So apparently it's a reality show called South Beach Towing, blah, 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 blah. He's like, these people that own the place pay homeless people $50 to basically rat you out and show when a car is parked illegally. But because they want the $50, they're hiding the signs. Sure enough, there was a bag, like a Walmart bag, over top the parking sign. Can't argue with them when you get there. So
What?
whatever. So get there, get the car the next
This
day,
is
fly
injustice.
home. While I am like ready to take off, I just check my bank account, and my bank account's like overdrawn like $800. So when I use my ATM card, because it's like the only time I used my ATM card while I was down there was at the tow truck place. It was, like a hacked ATM or whatever. And
Wow.
So they drained my bank account. So that's why I say fuck Miami. And every time I go back, I literally try to spend the least amount of time possible because something always weird happens. We were there in December?
No,
January.
Yep. And we all got sick.
All got sick.
From monkeys.
We did go to the monkey jungle. Maybe our fault.
Yeah.
Just going to point that out.
We did touch the monkey's fingers, so.
They told us not to.
Jay.
And we all got sick.
Jay, look at me, Jay. Jay, look at me.
But I do
I
want to
think
point
I'm looking
out
at
Jim
you.
was patient.
Jay, look at
Oh
me.
my God, look at my
I'm looking at
arm.
you.
I know, isn't that cool? That is cool.
Yeah,
Jay.
I mean, I
gotta
was
go
watching
really
that
far.
the whole time as you were telling the story. I feel like I've heard
Wait,
this story,
oh,
so I was
Jay,
just
you're
watching.
no longer the worst
There.
person on this podcast.
Sweet.
I think
Hey.
Rob and Jimothy
High five, Jim.
have taken over.
All right.
High five to
Sorry, I
touch
didn't
the
know we
monkeys.
could do that.
I know. I was
Yeah.
just
I
watching.
was
that
gonna
the whole time.
ask you to do that in a little bit because it's been entertaining to me. But people have to be watching to see what we're seeing.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Wait, which part?
Wait, what?
Look at
Hold on. What? Somebody read Vince's.
Vince
I just
said,
went back
I just
in
went
time."
back in time after hearing you dump on Jay and got your car towed at Art Basel dressed as Inspector Clouseau, no less. So
First of all,
I saw Vince that day when my car was towed. He was dressed as Inspector Clouseau.
To be fair, he dresses like Inspector Clouseau pretty regularly.
people.
Yeah,
Do
it
people
was
know
just like a
who
Sunday.
that is? The Pink Panther? Do we know? Come on.
I know who that is. That's
You
what's
do?
his face? Yeah, that's the guy from Doctor Strangelove.
The guy. Jay. Oh,
Do you know his name?
Vince is no.
Peter Sellers.
Yeah, there you go. I can't look his name up.
What?
All right,
But
well,
also,
just
I
told
think
it to you.
Vince was giving you credit for shitting all over Jay, and I feel like I'm the one that deserves that credit. I feel like I kind of got robbed.
I have nothing but love for Jay.
I
That's
know.
all
I
I'm
don't feel
saying.
like you've hardly said anything disparaging against him. I don't know why he would go back in time and steal your car. Like, I'm the one. I'm the
Yeah.
one.
No, man, Jay's always there for me. Jay helped me evict a homeless man from my property once.
Sounds like he had a place and you kicked him out and made him homeless to me.
It's true. Guess I did.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
No,
that
we just had
sucks.
like some at the old house. We lived on the corner, and it's a pretty busy 14th Street's a pretty busy street. And it's like one street over from Colfax and one street over from Sheridan. So probably not the best of the neighborhoods. But we had all this, I call it Colorado grass because it's the only place I've ever seen it. It's just like high ass grass for no reason that they don't cut. And you're like, why don't you cut that grass? They're like, that's native grass. Let it go. I'm like, okay. Anyway, native grass holds all the trash that blows off from the street. So in order to clean it, like either you sit for 2 hours picking trash up every day that just blows in, and I'm talking like 7-Eleven cups and Black and Mild
Condoms.
packaging and all stuff like that, used condoms, all that fun stuff. Or you can just trim all that stuff down, and then it blows and catches on to the other neighbor's yard because they have the stupid native grass. So one day we were out there trimming, and then I noticed that there's someone's camp. It's like on our property. They had like built in a whole little house, like little sleeping bags, and they had like a little tent kind of shelter and all their clothes. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, all right, got to get all this stuff out. So Jay came over and helped. And we evicted this guy. He's homeless now.
And made him homeless.
According to
Great
me.
job.
He
Way to
never
go.
had an actual
Real heroes.
home.
Real heroes. I would like to.
Yeah.
I mean,
You guys, the true heroes of what? Oh,
I'm sorry.
Thank you. See,
for shitting on Jay.
Vince is finally
okay.
in the comments giving me credit where credit's due. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Vince. That's all I ask.
Okay, before I know, Jay, do you have any more to add about your life up until this point?
Well, I thought we knew. Jay, what was your birth like? I don't feel like we really. Do you remember a lot about it? Like,
Because I have one
was it
thing I
painful
would
for
like
you
us
or
to talk
mostly your
about.
mom?
And you didn't even talk about the nuclear plant upriver from you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I grew up next to where they refined uranium and plutonium for nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
But by the
Which is
time
Why, when Jay was born with the third arm, his parents sent him downriver.
by the time
This all comes together.
By the time I was alive, they closed all that stuff down. Now it's just a giant environmental cleanup thing. I think it's like one of the biggest Superfund sites in the world.
Super Friends?
Superfund, like
Oh, I think you said Super Friends, and I was wondering if the
Similar.
monkey was there, the monkey with the Wonder Twins.
yeah, no, they're just worried about
No
nuclear
one?
waste.
The monkey that got you guys sick in Miami? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the monkeys. Yeah, he probably was the monkey that got us sick in Miami.
So I do want to turn this to a little serious topic, and I'm being serious when I say serious topic because I told Jim
No, you
this
can't
earlier.
say serious twice. I can't take it serious now.
So on the news in Colorado, they're reporting that there are Venezuelan gangs taking over
I did see
apartment complexes in Aurora, Colorado.
Apartment.
The news is reporting multiple. And then Jim and I found the story that reneges what the news says by the police chief. So there's that. That's the news is like apartment complexes, Venezuelan gangs taking over. Part one. Part two is that the knights in shining armor that are coming to save us from the Venezuelan gangs is no less than
Hell's Angels.
the Hells Angels.
And you said someone else too. Like some kind of militia group or something.
Proud Boys or something like that. I don't know.
Hulk
the
Hogan?
1%ers. Hulk Hogan. Thank you, CJ. I evicted some people.
CJ's
I
trying to help
evicted
you
them
out,
for
throw you a bone.
non-payment
Trying to throw you a
payment of a
bone.
rent. Look, I just want to point out from now forever, if anyone decides that they would like to come take residency on my property at any time, I will charge you no less than $10,000 a day. And if you don't pay that, you can leave at any time, or I can evict you. There we go.
Or
It is recorded.
relocation encouragement.
Relocation encouragement. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry, not evicted. Thank you. Thank you, CJ. All right. So Venezuelan gangs getting saved by Hell's Angels.
Okay.
Toby, you seem to have some energy on this. What do you think?
No. Well, I want to know where you're going with this and how this comes back to Jay. This is not
No,
related
this has
to
nothing
Jay
to
at
do with
all.
Jay. This is just that he's in Colorado as well. And by the way, I just heard about this like yesterday from my
Yeah,
wife.
I only found out today, so don't ask me.
And
anything.
Jim-
I only found out about it like right before we started bowling today.
Yeah.
So
and
Jay,
did you
please
learn
fill
about
us
it
in
before?
on all the details. Jay, I feel like you're our news
I
source
just want to
here,
know what
most
people's
reliable.
thoughts are. Like when you hear that, and here's let
all
me
of
just
it
point out.
was insanity to me.
There's 4 of us here in Colorado. My wife also in Colorado. All of your wives also in Colorado.
Sure.
Shelly heard about this on Saturday from her parents from the national news.
Yeah, that sounds right. I
What-
thought it was national news that I actually heard about it from. Yes.
What news source was this?
Like CNN.
Well, now I think it's everywhere.
I mean, it's everywhere now.
Now, yeah. I mean, clearly it's a threat, and we should. I feel like we need to move away.
Or we just need to join the Hells Angels.
Oh, right.
Or learn Venezuelan. I also think that learning Venezuelan would probably help you in this situation.
Spanish?
Sure. I think that's a fair.
I don't want to be ignorant and say that it is Spanish, though that you're probably right. It's Spanish with a Venezuelan dialect, obviously.
Yeah, it's an accent. That's an accent.
What is happening?
Jay, have you heard of this story at all? Is this all news to Jay? Are we just here to give Jay news,
Yeah,
new
this
news?
is my news source.
News.
This is,
Okay,
This is interesting.
Jay, Google it when you.
We
when
could go.
when
Oh,
we
there you
end.
go. Yeah.
What?
That sounds like a thing that would. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
not.
Sounds like
She was like,
sounds reputable. We're good.
it's clearly a threat, and I'm not leaving my house.
All right.
Yeah,
See?
this is the first
I
I've
guess
heard
I'm
of
not
it.
worried about it at the moment.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
worried about it. I'm also not worried about. So the story that the internet has portrayed is that Colorado, specifically Denver, is like a sovereign state. People would move here with the promise of jobs and all of this. There was some funding. That funding has run up, it has run dry. Now these people are looking for jobs, et cetera, or ways to make money. They reformed a gang. Again, this is not facts. This is digestible information that I heard from somewhere else. So they're looking for money. That's why you see a lot of people like asking for money and washing windows. But some of them have decided to become street gangs. Some of them lived in empty apartments in an apartment complex. They wanted to move their family and friends in. They didn't have any extra buildings, so they kicked out tenants with their big machine guns and have taken this over, and it's now a Venezuelan gang site, is what the news or TikTok or Instagram is reporting. And the Hells Angels biker gang is pissed off, and they're not going to stand for it, and they're coming here to take care of business, is what is being reported. Now, when you talk to actual bikers, not necessarily Hells Angels, but just like actual bikers, they're like, well, you know, what's going on this weekend, or I believe this past weekend, was the Four Corners Bike Festival, which is in the Four Corners, so the 4 states that meet. So there was going to be a lot of bikers and biker gangs or biker motorcycle clubs. Let's not call them gangs because there's a bad connotation to that. So motorcycle club would be traveling as a pack and coming down here. So There you
Okay.
go. They're not actually coming. They don't give a shit about Venezuelan street gangs, is what they're saying. So
CJ's face, was my face when he talked about not building a rectum.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So now you
I don't
know,
know how
Jay.
this
Now
is-
you know. Now
I
you know
how
what
it
it's like,
feels.
Jay.
Now I
Now
know
you know
how
how
it
it feels.
feels.
I'm glad that you were able to experience the same thing I went through in the same podcast.
Thanks. At your workplaces.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes, I feel
I
like
welcome that.
that's a bigger threat. If we could keep Vince away,
Everything's creepy. Sort of.
do
Just
we need
say-
a secret word, phrase? Jay, please enlighten us.
it's gonna
You
be
want me to create the word?
Yeah,
Bar rectum.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's already made.
rectum.
Oh, there you go.
Bar rectum. Okay, bar rectum it is. Jay,
Wait, I
what
just
I
saw-
saw Jay several weeks ago, and he told me
saw
he was
me, like,
listening.
A week ago.
Well, I'm talking, but
Say
the story I'm talking about is from weeks ago. Was it only a week ago? When is it I saw you and you told me you were listening to the podcast, and then you were weirded out because we mentioned you in the podcast while you were listening to it? I can only
was like
imagine what
Inception.
your brain is gonna do when you play this one back to yourself to go to sleep tonight, and you're like, "Oh my god, that's my
I
own
was
voice."
there.
Do I sound like that?
Is this how you go to sleep? And I'm so sorry, Jay. This is why you're always
This is how Jay
tired.
goes to sleep.
This is why Jay always looks
Yeah.
like he's just like 2 seconds off from doing a falling down.
He also told me ages ago that he would listen to this trying to get his child to sleep. And,
Well,
and
I would listen. I'd put the ear pods
Yeah.
or whatever on.
right.
while
You were
she
making.
was
Thank
trying to
God
go
you
to
weren't
sleep, so she would
putting
she-
any child through this.
She's.
that
I wouldn't
actually,
put her through it.
Yeah,
she would
that's a
just,
good.
like-
That's a good dad move. I respect that.
But that was like a year ago.
I
when
know.
You guys were
That was a
doing
long
like
time
one
ago.
episode every other month.
Yeah. Now it's too many. Nobody can keep up with it. Like Jay's
it's
even
like
like,
12
I'm 5
episodes.
episodes.
I got it. I
behind.
caught up.
This is
I caught up
episode
today.
12.
I caught up today. I caught up with the Allen one.
So
today.
why did you catch up, Jay? Were you worried? Were you scared to be on the podcast? Because that's the rumor that
I was like, what do you
Jay.
talk about? What do you even?
Jay, you have heard
He was
this podcast
nervous.
before, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a low bar, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know how
No,
you're nervous to talk to
Yeah.
us.
Well, it's live, so it's like. And
Is
you
then
it,
it's
talk to
though?
recorded.
us live
I mean,
every
I
time
guess-
you talk to us. It's
And then
live.
it's recorded.
If a
Internet's
tree-
forever.
Falls
It
in
might
a
all-
forest. Does it make a sound, Jay?
It might
It's
also
only
be that-
recorded if people listen.
Exactly.
Well,
it
that's
might
great.
also be that you guys have been ripping on him the whole time.
I'm not. What, there's not Rob.
Yeah,
I
I
love
have-
Jay.
Stop
know.
putting.
It's an hour.
I am the only one.
It's been an hour of
I-
just pure. It's like a.
I
What's
am the master.
It's like the whenever somebody gets just totally torn
Yeah,
apart.
That's
Like what's
that's what
the?
It's
this
a
is.
roast. It's
It's
the
a roast,
Jay
but
Hollick.
those are who do they do? Those are always done out of love.
Sure.
They
don't
did one
have
for
on-
Justin Bieber.
They don't
Just
have
want
on
to point that
actual.
out. They did one for Justin Bieber.
They don't bring on
Not Justin
actual
Bieber in this.
enemies of those
Ugh.
people. Maybe they do. I don't know.
I probably
We'll
do.
leave it up in the air. Maybe I hate Jay. Maybe everybody can believe that. That's fine.
I love Jay.
I've
I'm
been
going to say
accused of
it.
worse
I
things.
love Jay.
I won't
Hollick.
say it. I won't say it at all. I did say it
James
earlier,
Anthony
but
Robert Hollick. Ooh, I just threw out the 4 fucking names.
I got 4.
oh, you do. I do too, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Are we?
Look, they're
Are
best
we?
friends now.
Are we
Are
for?
best friends now?
Are we? We are. Well, I didn't know we were brothers.
You want to do karate in the garage? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it, dude.
Are we best friends now?
I guess so. Well, this
Okay.
podcast really
What's your
got me
4
somewhere.
names?
I
Wrapped
Tobias
it up.
Joseph Jensen Fike.
All
All right, buddy.
I'm just.
Okay.
I'm glad
I have
that
new
we
respect
can-
for you. New
We
respect.
can connect. Jim,
Yep.
Yeah.
let's connect.
Oh, they're doing it.
Bring it over. There you go. There you go. For those not watching the podcast, you're really missing out on some visual effects. That
I
would
know.
blow
That's
your
what
mind.
the
Practical.
That's like the
Blow-
monkey and the
Blow
thing.
your mind.
I love that
The-
you missed immediately.
The monkey in Miami. It was like this.
And this is how we all got sick.
And then you all got
Yeah,
outbreak.
Jim was patient 0.
I was.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, thanks
All
for
right.
coming on. Thanks for being a
Yeah.
loyal listener. Thanks for being part of the Been Trying to Meet You family. And now that we've met you and we love you, and you now have a new best
You have to come
friend.
back. I'm not done. I'm not even close to done. We need Jay to come back at least 3 or 4 more times. I feel like.
Jay, you're always invited.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know it's past
Appreciate
your
it.
bedtime. I know you're
Get
about
to
to
bed.
go to bed right
I'm gonna
now.
go fall asleep.
He's
I'm gonna
just
get
in that
woken up
chair.
by a toddler. At, like,
Sleep,
5.
sleep well, buddy. Sleep well, buddy.
All right. See you guys.
Bye. Does it keep saying bye?
Yeah, I can't hear our. Come on, play us out louder.